Welcome to the 6th and last tutorial for the Windows Word 2010 suite for Tenderloin Technology Lab. What we're going to go through today in this tutorial is how to track changes in your Word document. I have again downloaded this document from our website, www.tenderlointechnologylab.org. If you don't know how to download the document, on the screen you'll find two bubbles. The first one has a link to a tutorial to show you how to download this document off of our website. The second bubble has a link to our direct website where you can download the document. So the Tracking Changes option in Word is a great editing tool for you to use either to edit your own work or to send it to a friend or a colleague or a coworker or a boss to edit your work and send it back with comments, changes, and you can view your document with these changes and these comments and choose to accept the changes or reject the changes based on what you think is best for your document. So the first step in tracking changes is to go up to our Review tab in our menu bar. We single left click on the Review option. And then you'll see here in the middle of the menu bar there's a tracking option. I want you to scroll up to the icon, and again I said that tracking all changes means that you're going to track all the changes made to the document, including insertions, deletions, and formatting changes in your document. Now I'm going to scroll up to the icon above where it says Track Changes, and I single left click on that option. And now I know that the Tracking Changes is turned on because my Tracking Changes option is highlighted in gold. If I want to turn the Track Changes off, I scroll up again to that icon, I single left click, and it unhighlights or unselects that option. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to again click on the option to start tracking my changes. Now next to that, you'll see a window that says Final Show Markup. This is your Display for Review option. This allows you to choose how to view the proposed changes to the document. So the final review shows the document with all the proposed changes included. Any original review shows the document before any of the changes were made. And the markup shows what changes have been proposed. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click next to where it says Final Show Markup. There's an arrow. Go ahead and single click on that. And I'm going to start with the original Show Markup view. So what this will do is as I'm going through and changing my document and inserting and deleting things, it's going to change, it's going to track my changes and give a little insertion to the right hand side of what I'm changing from my original document. So a word of warning before we go ahead and start working with tracking changes is if you start using tracking changes, it might be a little disconcerting at first. It might be a little confusing. But when you turn on your tracking changes, you go ahead and you work with the document as if you were working with it in a normal view. And you will see what I mean when I go through and start changing my document. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete my title of my document. So, just like any normal document, I'm going to highlight my title, and then I hit my backspace button on my keyboard. Now you'll see again, like I said, with the original showing markup, it has put a red line through my title, which means I've deleted that title. And as I start to type my new title, you'll notice it inserts a little bubble here on the right hand side of what I have inserted and puts a red line to where I've inserted it, and it gives me my tracking changes as I'm going along. The next thing I want to do is maybe change the font of this first paragraph. So again, I'm going to click and hold and highlight my first paragraph. I'm then going to go up to my Home tab and I'm going to change the font. And I'm going to change the bold and the italicize. Now again, as I'm going through and changing the font for this particular paragraph, you'll notice it's not actually changing in my document. because this is my original format. It's showing me all my originals, and then any changes that I make to my document are going to come up here on my right-hand side, my task menu bar. So again, here it says what I formatted. I've changed the font to Harlow Solid Italic. I've bolded it, and I have italicized it as well. One more thing, we're going to try that again. I'm going to highlight another paragraph somewhere in my document. I'm going to change the size. Again, under my Home tab, I'm going to change the size a little bit. I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to underline it as well. Again, it looks the same here on my left-hand side of my document, but then in my right-hand pane, it gives me a bubble of what I have inserted, or what I have changed about my document. So this paragraph, I've changed the font to 18 points. I've also bolded it, and I've underlined it as well.